wears his black shorts. So Nayasel kicks off. It's a short kick. China opt to play it though inside the 10. And already big cheers from the crowd for the China team. Some good work there by Huang Yi. Big dummy there on a big, strong, powerful run up the middle there. Luluda. And they're looking after this ball. Zhang with the ball there. This wide ruck. But China are judged to have gone off their feet there. So some early respite for this UAE team. As they swing the ball to this left edge. Liam Caldwell with that distinctive hairstyle of his. The ball there, Ratu Vuathana Vua. Oh, and some real pace on the outside. Just a little step inside. Muhammad Ali, famous sporting name, gets the first score, and that has silenced the crowd here at Hongzhou. Muhammad Ali with the first score for the UAE. And Vola Vola with the kick from right in front of the posts here. Couple of bounces. The China crowd there. And the conversion is good. 7-0 UAE. After 2 weeks ago when China made the final against Hong Kong China, this will be somewhat of an upset. The home crowd will have wanted to have seen a much better start to this game. So UAE go deeper this time. China running from inside their own 22. Some great chasing back here. The try scorer Muhammad Ali chasing down Wen Shang. And now the UAE, as they come away with the ball, just knocking it on. But that was almost a perfect riposte from China there. But the speedster Ali, having just gone virtually the length of the field to score his own try, chases back to make the try-saving tackle. Great work in defence there, but China still hard on attack. About 17, 18 metres out from the UAE line. Feed here from Changshun, and he skips away here. Gets the ball, some good footwork in the midfield there from China. Oh, Liu Liuda knocks the ball on, and then another knock on as Caldwell comes away with that ball. So it'll be a scrum feed for the UAE. Vola Vola with the feed. UAE with one man directly behind the scrummager, one either side, so they could opt, and then looks like they're going to bounce out to the right. Vola Vola goes himself, pops the ball up. Really strong carry there, but some great work on the floor there, but the referee says illegal work coming in from the side. So the referee certainly going hard technically against the China team so far, coached by Liu Xiaohu and their assistant coach Ma Chong, who spent a season in Hong Kong playing for the South China Tigers. Very, very popular player in his time there. Couple of seasons playing against the likes of the Asia Pacific Dragons and the Western Force. the UAE come away with this ball. Another strong run there from Naisao, and they pop the ball to Vola Vola. He's stepping inside, outside, and he gets the ball up to Ali for his second try. This man knows his way to the try line. So 12 points to nil, an early start for the UAE. A really strong run out of defence there by Naisao. And then popped the ball up to Vola Vola, who then, some weaving footwork, made the space for Ali on the outside to score his second try. So Naisao from wide out on this left flank. The ball comes in on the wind, but just beneath the crossbar. So a somewhat subdued crowd here in the stadium here in Hangzhou. The main China crowd out to the left as you look at the picture. A deep kick this time, and Yi picks that ball up. And China carry into contact. They really want to get some kind of score on the board. Zheng there, ball into the hands of the speedster Huang. Luda comes in, big step off that right foot, gets the ball up to Hu, and Luda, and a deliberate knock on, and Ratuvu Thana Ua picks up 2 minutes in the bin just as the half-time hooter goes. And on the ball, Chung Shen, looks like they're going to opt for the scrummage. That will bring in 3 of the UAE defenders. Should leave 3 on 4. China will be desperate to post the score before half-time, while they've got the UAE a man down. And I'm pretty sure we'll see some desperate defence here. Yeah, they bounce out. And now the ball out into the hands of Zheng. Steps to the outside, but some good defence. They now look to stretch them. They've got men over. And a big step there from number 7, who goes under the posts. And rapturous applause here in the stadium for the home team. And the conversion is good, and China cut the deficit 12 points to 7 under these dark skies here at the Normal University here, the Hangzhou Normal University sports field. So I'm pretty sure that Perellini will have been pretty happy with the start to that game, with the UAE bursting out to a 12 points to 0 lead. 2 tries from Muhammad Ali. As we look at this, this is the first try. Ali, just a little inside-outside step, and then fainted to the outside. Absolutely clean pair of heels to go the length of the field and score under the posts. Zheng, and then almost on return, Huang, and there's that man again, Muhammad Ali, with a great tackle back. And the big man, Naisao, with a bullocking run there. Now we see Vola Vola just with that dancing footwork, bringing the men in for try number 2 for Muhammad Ali. And then Hu, big step. just to the inside shoulder of Liam Caldwell, who was committed to the outside because China were men over. But as we come back, second half, China 7, UAE 12, all to play for, and it's going to be a really, really important start to this second half. The first score is going to put massive pressure on whoever concedes it. So Chang Shun is now going to kick off left to right into the breeze. High hanging kick to the right hand flank, and it's banged back really athletically there by Yi. Oh, and great work. What a start to the second half. Huang scores the try. Some real textbook kickoff skills there from the China team. Climbing high from the kickoff. Number 1 Yi batted the ball back, and the ball ended up in the hands of number 13 Huang. And as I said, the first score would be all important. China now out to a 14 points to 12 lead. And not even a minute on the clock. And real power play stuff there for China, scoring 2 tries when UAE were down to 6 men, really taking advantage. Trying the same thing again, and they've got their hands on that ball, and it's come up on their side. They now come away on that far side. Lou Luda steps inside Caldwell, and Caldwell gets his hands in there and knocks the ball into touch. A really important intervention. And Luda looked to play that ball there, but Caldwell just stopped him playing it. So Sonny there from Hong Kong on the touch flag. As skipper Wu Jiajun gets to throw this ball into this line out. They rise high. Good take, but the ball hits the deck in midfield. Oh, and hacked through. And it's football, soccer skills. And everyone misses it. So the referee is saying he's going back for either the 22 or the scrummage. I'm not sure, I'm not clear what he's going to do, but that was a really big chase through there. It's a great line out take from China, as China holding this slender 2-point lead as Liu Liuda, left foot, right foot, good ball there, out to Hu. Does he have the legs? He surely does. Really good work there from Luda. Inside, outside, got the defence turning, and as soon as they turned into him, he released number 7, Hu Jianyi, on the outside there. And China now open that lead up to 7 points with the kick to come. Assistant coach there, Ma Chong, with the water bottle. And the kick is good. So importantly now, China out to a 9-point lead, 21 points to 12. There's a much happier buzz around the stadium now. China have been really good at executing these kickoffs. High out to the right. But that one hasn't gone 10. UAE have opted to play it. They've now got to come from deep. Absolute route one there from Luke Dreyer. but he's paid the price and been swamped at the turnover. Chungshun just slows the game down, and it looks like they're going for the scrummage. China now in no hurry, 2.5 minutes to play, holding an important 9-point lead, but 9 points is nothing in sevens with well over 2 minutes to play. But China are just slowly eating the clock down here, making their way to this scrummage. Number 1, Yi directly behind the scrummage as Captain Wu Jiajun feeds this ball and he bounces out to the right. But no one comes with him, so they bring the ball back to the left. Oh, and some good feet there. And Yi there, some good inside-outside feet. And Li Haitao in at the corner for what is surely the decisive score. 26 points to 12. So China have come back from a 12-point deficit to score 26 unanswered points. Crucial point just before half-time when the UAE went down to 6 men. And they conceded 2 scores in that period of time. And that appears to have cost them dear. So Changshun letting the shot clock run down. And that is a truly terrible conversion attempt. Doesn't even cross the 22. So now a 14-point lead with less than a minute to go. This is a mountain that is far too big for the UAE to climb unless they can get an immediate score back and maybe the infringement and another play. The ball doesn't go 10, but they opt to play it. Good play there from Luke Dreyer. UAE swing this ball out to the left edge now. Oh, and a good solid contact there from Ma. Good work there from Matthew Richards. Again in this wide channel. Needs to stay in field. Ratu Vuthana'u. Oh, good ball there to Xavier White. But a good tackle. And a fantastic win there in the end for China. 12-0 down, but they ran out. 26 points to 12 winners. 26 unanswered points. And yeah, in the end, a convincing win for the China men.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game has come to an end. The result
So
is
the home crowd
26 to 12.
pretty happy with what they have seen there. Fantastic work. We're not live. Cut. Is it cut? Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Go a little further back.
Yeah. Or even there
Let's
where
welcome the ambulance.
让我们欢迎双方运动员入场。
Team China is in red. Team Malaysia is in blue.
I mean, we could sit
身着
beside
红
them.
色队服的是中国
Sit
队，
beside them.
身着蓝色队服的是马来西亚队。
So I was asked if you had ever
The
received
game
a
between
red
Team
card.
China and Team
Sorry?
Malaysia
I
will
was
start
asked
soon.
to ask you
中
if
国
you've
队
ever
对阵
received
马
a
来西
red
亚的
card.
I did.
即将开始。
Who do you think who asked me to ask you?
Mr. Boynton. I knocked him out.
Oh, really?
He deserved it. He deserved it. I deserved the red card. He deserved it.
Oh, I thought I was he was a CC. Oh no, so he was.
Yeah, this was like late 90s.
Yeah.
Late 90s.
Okay.
He was playing for the police.
James said you beat him. This was a difference.
And a little bit of hilarity going on about my former judicial indiscretions on a rugby field. One of the JOs here at the tournament, Mr. Dave Boynton from Hong Kong China Rugby, is goading some of the other people about something that happened in a match in 1998 at Police Boundary Street, Aberdeen Seconds versus Hong Kong Police. I ended up with a red card and Mr. Boynton ended up flat on his back, as we now have home team China men taking on Malaysia. Oh, some great work there by Hu. China looking pretty clinical, and Lu Luda is one of the superstars of this team. Great work and offload there. Very, very clever player. Chang Shun, and Luda recycles himself, feet inside out. And the crowd really expectant here now. Great work there, Chang Shun. Opening score for China. And the conversion is good. China 7, Malaysia 0. So a really good start to the game. So Chang Shun having scored the try. Oh, big hit there after the knock-on. Mohammed Saeed, better known as Conan, plays for the Wildcats in Malaysia. Took a really, really heavy contact there. So China come away with this ball, bringing it out to the left edge. Some pretty clinical breakdown work by the Chinese here. Hu, with some good footwork, gets his hands through the contact there. Luda spinning and dancing. Great offload, popping up off the floor. Yet again, Luda always makes himself available. So Lee into the hands of Zheng. Luda making himself available yet again. Down and back up with the ball. Zheng putting on some footwork there, making it really easy for Ma in the end. In fact, sorry, not Ma. Chang Shun scores his second try of the game. So Chang Shun 14, Malaysia 0. getting themselves revved up now and engaged. So Changshun, short kick-off there, and a great take there by Zheng, but holding on the floor. It's really, really well-worked kick-off drill there. Malaysia trying to keep this ball moving both ways. Just coming up offside there. Well, it's actually given it as knocking the ball down. Malaysia just taking a second or two here to suck in some big ones. 5 minutes in and it's been pretty much constant defence. Wu Jiejun trying to keep that ball in field. But unable to do so. They are Sunny Lee. Great line out at the tail there. Zamari. Malaysia keeping this ball alive and now swinging it from left to right. Drop the ball on the toe. Some pace down this side. Oh, and the ball just overruns. Terrible bounce of the ball, but not rolling away. And Luda on hand yet again. He's the absolute heartbeat of this China side. Yet again gets the ball. Would love to see his absolute pace. And there he is for a first half hat-trick. Changshun. It's been a half dominated. 3 tries, 3 conversions to Changshun. 21-0 China over Malaysia, and Changshun has dominated the scoreboard, and Luda has without doubt dominated the possession. He has been at the heart of everything that China does. He has a knack of making himself constantly available for recycling the ball and recycling himself. Yet to see whether he's got the same props in defence, but he's got great feet for a big man and really, really good ball skills and sense and awareness. Work of this at the moment. 21 points to 0. It's a tough ask for Malaysia. wait for this second half to get underway. 21 points to nil. And here he's been the star of the show, Chang Shun, with the kickoff as China now kick off right to left as we look at this. And the referee adjudges that a knock on. Really good kick-off skills there from China. Big man Li Haitao on this loose head side, number 3 for China. Much bigger than his opposite number. China really trying to put the hurt on Malaysia. Some really good footballing skills there from Zamri, but China come away with the ball. It's that man Chang Shun again. Knock on, but it's a advantage, play on advantage. Rips a big ball out here, he's got a little bit isolated. Adam Elias. Oh, a little chip and chase here, and he just needs a bounce. Oh, and he's got the ball away, being chased down by Hu. And there he is again, Luda. Making an absolute pest of himself on the opposite side of the ball. Malaysia showing some real heart here, but a bit of a knock on. Just a tiny knock on in the close contact there, which will give China the feed to the scrummage. Big cries of Gai Yao from the crowd here in Hongzhou. So China making some changes. Luda coming from the field. Oh no, it's been sent back out, but they have brought Chang Shun, the star point scorer, from the field, protecting him for their final game of the day, where they will take on Japan. So China absolutely monstered that scrummage there. Luda, not only one of the stars with ball in hand, he's also playing prop forward here on the tight head side of the China scrummage. You can see him back bent. Oh, and got a real tight head up wheel there, which allowed a really good line for the halfback to run onto. Oh, great wheels down the outside. Hao Xing Ma, really good work there. And if we get to see a replay of that, again, classic skills, ball in the outside arm, the little stop, go, feint to the inside, and then went again and put the big fend on. Fantastically good close skills there. But that all started with a really good scrummage, and Luda got a good tight head up wheel, which allowed his halfback to scoot away on that right hand side. And the conversion is good. 28 points to nil. Really good finish there by Ma Xiaoxing. So 4 changes for Malaysia. Everybody's got one more game. so far today. We're actually at the end of this game, we'll be exactly halfway through the programme today. High hanging kick right on the 10-metre line. Some good work there initially by Malaysia to try and take that one, but China come up with the scraps. The referee eventually deems that there's been a knock-on on the floor there. And it looks like Nazaruddin from the Royal Town Warriors looks to have picked up some kind of soft tissue injury. A little bit of a rub from the magic sponge and off he goes. So scrum feed for Malaysia. Good skills there at the scrummage from Malaysia. They bring the ball out to the left edge. And after an initial good piece of play by Azizad, he gets bundled into touch. And the ball is now in the hands of Liuliuda on the left edge. And he's fighting hard. It takes a couple of men to bring him down, but in the end, a judge to have come in on the angle. So kicking into this stiff breeze. So about 1.5 minutes to play here. And a good steal at the line out there by China. They've got this game wrapped up at 28-0. Oh, some really good feet. Just lost his footing on the turf there. But some really enterprising play here by China. Forcing and they should have been queuing up there. Ends up in the hands of Huang. So they still have the ball. Malaysia, really big defence, but just eventually running out of numbers. And Ma Haoxing with another score. So 33-0. And only a few seconds to go on the clock. Depending on how long Huang takes to line this up, that will be it. But a perfect kicking performance by the China men's team means they win that game 35-0 over Malaysia. So this is a big game here. Chang Shun, the skipper for China, has had an absolutely fantastic day, along with Liu Luda, who's been absolutely fantastic. So both teams now making their way onto the field, and your referee for this game is Craig Chan,
身着黄色队服的是中国队，
World 7 Series referee for many seasons, and also Olympic referee. This will be a huge game for both these teams, and I'm pretty sure that the crowd is going to be very, very engaged. So kicking off in their red and white jerseys from right to left, we have Japan, and in their change yellow jerseys we have China. Referee Chan blows for the start of the half. Quite a deep kick, and immediately under pressure. And a really combative game here already. So Japan pinning China down inside their own 22. Luda doing some of the hard work there. Oh, that's a great run by Bo Wei. Just releases some of that pressure that China were under. Luda came in, draws a little bit of thing. Oh, some really good footwork there. Luda, well shepherded. Oh, some really, really high quality sevens being played here. Chang Shun running to some weak shoulders there. Luda just trying to bring people to this left side, and he steps through the tackle, gets his arms through, and Zheng away for the first score. And the crowd in the stadium goes absolutely wild. Really great score there from Zheng Yuan. And Chang Shun nails the conversion into that relatively stiff breeze. So another high hanging kick. Who with the ball? China playing some calm football. Luda has to go back, goes down but immediately bounces up, showing great strength. So China just outside their own 22 here, as they now swing the ball to the right side, but they're still inside their own 22. It looks like Japan, Japan almost came up with the ball, but I think Krevi has knocked that on in the contact there. So referee Craig Chan. With this scrummage just inside the China 22. Feed is there. Oh, some good footwork there. Gets his shoulders through the contact. Oh, Japan penalised again. Chung Shan. China certainly having the better of the early exchanges in this game. Playing some pretty pragmatic sevens. Spreading the ball when they can and looking after when they can't. Oh, great play there from Chung Shan. Lee. And now they swing the ball. This really is some great play by China in this weather. So Japan pinged offside. So 7-0 as Luda comes back in. Referee Chan calling for some speed. So cries of Gai Yao ring out around the stadium. I think we've lost power. It's a power issue. Oh, Luda all the way. So 12-0. Luda outstrips Karevi in the corner. It's power. And the conversion is wide. So a 12-0 lead. China so Japan through Karevi win a penalty. I think we may well have lost you there for a few minutes. But we're now back and it's 12-0. China over Japan, but Japan are in possession of the ball. Yoshizawa. Oh, some great footwork there. Oh, and a great finish there. Right on the hooter, narrowing the score. And the try scorer there, Yamamoto. So with the kick to come, AR Sonny Lee raises the flag. So 12-7 with 7 minutes to go in this all-important top of Pool B clash.
上半场精彩的付出，场上的观众们，让我们一块儿为双方运动员共同加油！运动员，运动员。
Yamato. So 12-7, half time. Phil Greening in the middle of the Japan huddle there. And Liu Xiao Hu and Ma Chong there in the foreground, assistant coach. Without doubt, both these teams know that they're in a battle. Fantastic scenes here. Hongjiao Normal University Athletic Stadium. This beautiful pitch in front of us here. Superb floodlights. So China will kick off. Chang Shun, number 5. He's led this team so well today, and referee Craig Chan blows for the start of the second half, and they go straight up the middle there. A short kick-off. Japan have possession of the ball, wrestling for it on the floor. Yoshizawa, they spread the ball. Oh, great footwork to the outside there. Nakano with a fantastic finish. So tries bookending either side of half-time. And Japan roar back into this game to level the scores. So coming onto the field, Huang, number 13. And Yoshizawa gets the extras, which takes Japan out into a slender 2-point lead, 14 points to 12. High hanging kick. Luda came for it, but misjudged it. Oh, and the ball ends up in the hands of Luda. A super strong player. And Chung Shan, off he goes. This man has absolutely been dynamite for China all day. Chang Shun retakes the lead, 17-14. Luda, having originally missed the kickoff, picked up the scraps and remained strong. So 19-14 this seesaw game. Chang Shun makes his way back to halfway. Still ages to go in this game. Over, well, 4.5 minutes to go. It's 19-14 on a short kickoff. And Japan come away with the ball, but they've lost the ball. And the referee has blown for a knock-on by China. The Japan player, they both went, they had a fair contest for the ball, but the Japan player came off worst. So, scrummage. And referee Chan trying to keep this game moving. replacement already on the field for Japan. As you can see, decent crowd in the stadium as the Japanese player is helped from the field. So this seesaw game, Liuda breaks out of the scrummage, told to leave it alone. Referee Craig Chan having none of that. Yoshizawa, oh, great tackle there. Oh, and a fantastic tackle and jackal there from Chang Shun. Absolutely both sides of the ball there. And they call for the scrummage. 3 minutes to go. China holding this slender 5-point lead. So Liuda takes on the line there. China are almost trying to play around with the ball a little bit too much behind the gain line here. Liuda with a clear out. And some decent feet there from Huang. On a good ball on the inside to Hu. And Luda on a hard line. Chung Shan. And China get a crucial penalty, which they go quickly. Wide out on the left flank. Plays right to the edge. Ooh. AR Sunny Lee blows that for a crucial line out. Luda down on his haunches, but I can't imagine that they want to remove him from the field at this moment of the game. Just over a minute to go. So China making some changes, trying to get some fresh legs on. They desperately need to win this line out. So China making a last-minute substitution there. Ma removed, Huang onto the field. China have got amongst this, and they've come up with the ball. But in winning the ball, he immediately gave Japan the opportunity for the jackal. Another good tackle there. China need to defend for all they're worth. Karevi. Oh, and he skips straight through. And under the posts, 19 all with the crucial kick to come. There's about 20 seconds showing on the clock. Japan asking how long to go. He's saying he's got 10 seconds. So the conversion is good, but there will be time for a restart. So Japan, 21-19, have to kick the ball off, and the ball has to come back into play. What will the tactic be? They've kicked it deep. They're going to make China go the full distance. Sure enough, under their own post, Luda trying to get out. But that's a knock on, and that will be the end of the game, and Japan run out winners 21-19. Which will set up a semi-final between finalists last year, or 2 weeks ago, Hong Kong, China and China. That is an absolute dagger through the heart for China, having got themselves into that position, and with just a minute to play, they gave up the score.
Competition of rugby.
And so here we go.
Yes, welcome back.
James Christie leading out Hong Kong,
Wow,
China.
Hong Kong, China
and
vs
Chang
China.
Shun leading out China.
Wow, I'm so looking forward to today's competition. Hong Kong, China in blue. China in red.
So the first thing to notice here is that Max Denmark for Hong Kong was carrying an illness yesterday, but he comes out in this all-important first cup semi-final.
And the referee for this part of competition is Mr.
Liao
Liao
Singapore.
from Singapore. Welcome.
So kicking off from left to right in their familiar red jerseys, China with Chang Shun
Well,
with a high hanging kick straight up the middle. James Christie is straight onto that. And a pretty fierce affair here.
Pass the board
Jack
to
Coombs to Harry Sayers. Immediately into contact, and pretty fierce encounters early on. Cal McCullough gets the ball to Denmark. He slips the first tackle.
Oh, Denmark's running
and
fast.
There he is. Big Max Denmark. Showing why McCullough wanted to get that ball to him. Max Denmark, a great athlete with the Hong Kong Football Club in Hong Kong, and he formerly born in Hong Kong, Max
Hong Kong,
Denmark.
China, 5-score leads.
So Bryn Phillips adds the extras, but Max Denmark, born and bred in Hong Kong, but went to school in the UK at the famous sporting school of Millfield in Somerset. And that is a fantastic opening stanza there for Hong Kong. There's some pretty fierce tackling and defence from China. Sayers is after that ball, but adjudged to have been knocked on, and skipper James Christie gets this going. Bryn Phillips steps off that right foot. Some really good work. Ball in the hands of Denmark again, and another fantastic score. Did really well to stay in field there. As we watch this, he gets taken early, steps in field, keeps coming in. It's a very, very good score from Denmark. Only played 10 minutes yesterday, Molly, but he's very much the superstar for the Hong Kong team.
Actually, Hong Kong, China, the team is strong in a field of 7-man rugby, especially in a men's team, right?
So Jack Coombs there misses the conversion, but with just 2.5 minutes on the clock, and Hong Kong, China already out to a 12-0 lead. The crowd here in Hangzhou are trying to rouse their team with cheers of Gai Yao, and again, ball.
I'll steal the ball.
So far, China have not had the ball in their hands legitimately, and they've got a respite now.
Well, I
with a scrummage.
Well, I remember last year in the 19th Asian Games, they won against South Korea, right?
Yes.
They won a men's 7-man rugby final in the 2023 Asian Games in Hangzhou against South Korea.
Yeah, the reigning double Asian Games gold medal winners. They won previously. And Chung Shan shows a clean pair of heels. Goes absolutely down. Oh, and Harry Sayers with a fantastic tackle.
Wow. Steal in.
But China coming on hot.
Oh my God.
And a really good score there for who? Number 7. That was again a fantastic
5
break.
scores.
Break down the blind side from Chung Shan. But some fantastic tackling back from Harry Sayers. Almost did the impossible there.
All the audience were cheering up for the China team.
So bringing the scores to 12-7.
Wow, 12-7 right now.
There's an absolute buzz in this stadium now as China mark their intent in this first men's semi-final.
And the Chinese 7-man rugby team actually has developed rapidly in recent years, especially in the Chinese women's rugby team. Yeah, but also we develop a lot for men's rugby team.
So high hanging kick, and it looks like it's gone forward from Hong Kong. Ball hit into the breeze and just drifting away. So it is absolutely game on.
Chinese men's rugby team is also constantly improving its strength and gradually become a competitive team in Asia.
So Jack Coombs needs to be alive here.
Hold on.
The last scrummage, Chung Chun scooted down the blind side, but this time he goes to the open side, and China come away with this ball.
Hold on the ball, please.
But China giving away the penalty there. James Christie plays it early. Coombs, but
The ball.
slow on the clean out there, Hong Kong, and China get the penalty. So with about a minute to go, this cup semi-final really has come alive, and skipper Chang Shun calls for the scrummage. So McCullough, Sayers and skipper James Christie.
Can you hear my voice?
So Chang Shun
Said that.
with the feed to this scrummage. Certainly pretty competitive here. Chang Shun again carries the ball forward, and Luluda gets the ball in his hands, and the referee says that was a knock-on, but that seemed a pretty harsh decision against China there. So
10 minutes, 10
with-
seconds left.
yeah, with a few seconds to go,
Right,
Hong Kong China
12 scores.
will get the opportunity to put the ball in for one final scrummage. They've obviously got some set play here. Tight on the right-hand touchline is Bryn Phillips. Directly behind the scrummage is Max Denmark. And they give the ball to Max. And he puts the big fend, and he really drives hard. Lets the ball go, but just knocks that on as he tried to pick the ball up. So some fantastic play in that first half, and certainly at half-time, Coach Dreven Groves will have plenty to say to his team, and Yu Zhao Hui, the China coach, makes his way out, and as we said yesterday, one of the assistant coaches for China, Ma Chong, who played for the South China Tigers, as we watch a replay of Max Denmark striding out for the first score, and then China
Now
bring
we
back
have
the score.
We have 2 minutes to all of the people, all of the audience are cheering up for the Chinese team. For China, Hong Kong, China. No matter who wins the competition, we're still the family. Hong Kong, China, and China.
So the stadium PA here is calling the China crowd to voice. It's early in the day here, but
Wow.
already many hundreds of people in the ground, in the stand, as the cheering on
Team
their
China
team.
and
So in this second half, it's going to be a kickoff for Bryn Phillips, and ranging out on this left wing, we have Cal McCullough, Harry Sayers, with Denmark and Liam Doherty
the second half begins.
on the, and there we go, referee Liao,
Wow.
high
High
hanging
kick.
kick, Sayers knocks it down, and Coombs straight onto that ball.
Steering Hong Kong
Liam
team.
Doherty probing down this right flank, gets the ball to Denmark. Now McCullough, he drives hard at the line, gets the ball to Bryn Phillips, who's immediately swamped. Denmark looking to draw the players and the ball into the hands of Harry Sayers, who steps in field, gets the ball to Liam Doherty. And some decent play there early on in the second half sees Doherty extend the lead. So Doherty, some sure hands there. Plays his rugby locally in Hong Kong with Hong Kong Scottish. So Jack Coombs, the nephew of the world famous Martin Kibble, nails the conversion. So 19 points to 7. So the coach,
to Hong Kong, China.
the Hong Kong coach, Jevon Groves, obviously said some decent words at half time. And the referee's time off as Phillips now kicks this ball to the right hand side. Doherty goes up, great take there. Coombs gets the ball to Denmark, who powers through the contact, and that is Max Denmark's hat-trick.
19 right
So
now.
24 points to 7.
24.7.
This really has been a fantastic start. So we just see the final part of Denmark striding out to the line here. Very strong, powerful athlete. Also has played a number of 15-a-side games for Hong Kong. And Jack Coombs chips that ball, and it's to the left. So the score remains 24-7. And that will be the final part that Coombs plays for now in this game. Now been replaced by Hugo Styles. Bryn Phillips with the kickoff.
High kick.
McCullough is after this one, but Liu Liuda, I think he thought that McCullough was going to get his hands to it. Was rather surprised when it dropped through, and he made an uncharacteristic mistake there. Yesterday's games, Liuda was an absolute star for China, wearing the number 10 shirt. And Denmark leaves, as does Harry Sayers. Phong Kit Phong and Liam Herbert come onto the field for Hong Kong. Liam Herbert, also known as the Rubber Man. So Phillips with a scrum feed here for Hong Kong, China. Gets the ball to Styles. Herbert tries to outflank the defence there, but gets swamped and picked up. Bryn Phillips to Phong Kit Phong. Looks to bring the ball inside, but the referee's blown a penalty for, must have been an offside offence on the blind side of the scrummage. So skipper James Christie just asking the referee if China are 10. Just taking all the time in the world, just calmly. Styles, the playmaker, gets it to Doherty. Steps inside and he's made the break but can't get his arms free. Hong Kong steady up and recycle the ball. Styles to Liam Herbert, gets on the outside, gets the ball to Phong Kit Phong, who gets absolutely swamped, and now Styles gives the ball to Bryn Phillips, who steps inside. Some good work there. McCullough, Christie and Doherty. Has the pace to go round on the outside, and that is try number 5 for Hong Kong, China. Really a masterclass so far in this second half, Molly. China have not been able to get their hands on the ball whatsoever. So more changes. McCullough makes way for James Sawyer from the Kowloon Club in Hong Kong.
margin is 29-7.
Yeah, the conversion is not successful there.
Right.
And looks like try scorer Doherty leaving the field there with the physio. Does look in a little bit of distress there. As we said, these sevens tournaments are actually an attritional event. The ball just going 10, and referee
Is that
has been pretty harsh towards China so far.
Right.
Be lucky to make it out of Hangzhou alive at this rate. So Hong Kong just calmly going about their business here. They have the game wrapped up 29-7. There's no way back for China now. So Hong Kong just need to manage this last minute.
50 seconds left.
Yeah, and
Let's see what will happen later.
so Liam Herbert attacks the line, gets the ball up to Bryn Phillips, who knocks the ball on. China have the ball, but was juggling with it there as Matteo Vitabail came through on it.
20
And,
seconds.
Matteo just in need of a little bit of attention there, as is Bryn Phillips. Very, very hot out there today, as Phillips looks like he's doing something with his boots there.
I'm afraid time is up.
Yeah, time is
up.
pretty much run out for China
Right.
here. As Phillips gets back to his feet. So this has been a fairly accomplished performance by the Hong Kong China team.
But for the Chinese team, on the other hand, is constantly exploring a tactical style and gameplay that suits ourselves.
So Phillips has got some tyre issues. Looks like he's eventually got his boots on. No rush, Bryn. The world is waiting for you. So a final chance for China here. Chang Shun, who set up the only try so far that China scored with the feed at the scrummage. So as you said 2 weeks ago, this was the final in Korea, and played out as the semi-final here.
Oh, tightly
China
now. Oh my goodness.
coming out to this right edge,
Still.
but Hong Kong China putting the heat on, but a little bit too much. Bryn Phillips getting caught on the wrong side there as China
Wow.
move into the Hong Kong half and playing advantage again. Some pretty tenacious defence here from Hong Kong. As China move this ball to the right-hand flank. And there he is, the superstar for China, Chang Shun. But a
Superstar for
knock-on
China.
there, and that will be it. A commanding win for Hong Kong China, 29 points to 7.
7.
So they booked
That's the
themselves
final
a berth in the final, and it's yet to be seen whether it will be Japan or South Korea. Certainly Japan looked on yesterday's showing to be the favourites. So that was Liam Doherty getting the second half underway in perfect style.
Actually, actually. I watched it.
This game has called China.
Actually,
女士们、先生们，
So as we just look at these highlights here, and that was big Max Denmark rounding off his hat-trick early in the second half. And then Liam Herbert stayed strong there in the ball. Skipper Christie wide to Liam Doherty, who made it all the way into the corner there. And then Bryn Phillips trying to take the ball away there. So China 29, or sorry, Hong Kong China 29, China 7.
wow, we are in yellow.
色队服的是中国队，
And so
Wow,
here we
welcome
go.
back. Here we go.
是韩国队。
Wow,
The big game for the men.
final.
So the bronze medal match
男子组34名决赛，中国队
leading
对阵韩国
out
队
his side,
即将开始。
Chang Chun
Whoa!
Shan, the number 5. He's been outstanding all weekend so far for China, and also the man to look out for in the final is wearing jersey number 10 for China, Liu Liuda.
To use a flag to support Chinese team.
So there'll be a huge amount of support in the crowd here.
Wow, the audience seem very cheerful for our team. China fighting, China!
So Korea kicking off from right to left. Looks like this ball is going to
Whoa.
come to the right.
Very high.
And
Whoa.
Liu Luda
Ah,
with an immediate lock on there. Seem to remember he made the same mistake in the Cup semi-final against Hong Kong.
I hope I have a flag right now.
So big cheers from the
Audience.
local partisan crowd
Right.
here as Kang feeds the ball. Korea
Korea.
all weekend have played this really hard, combative game. But great work there from Chang Sun. So another penalty to China. Move this ball, and there's Luda. Good feet, gets his hands through.
Oh,
But the ball just evades the number 7 for China. Luda has got great feet for a big man. So Kang with the feet to this line out. Oh, and a good ball there. Disrupted, and Chang Shun comes away with it.
oh my gosh. Wow, this pass is very confident. Wow.
Oh, some great work. And number 1, Yi, down the blind side.
5 score
Opening
for
score.
China.
And that has sent the crowd here into raptures. And just waiting, collecting himself. And the conversion is good.
Yeah.
China 7, Korea
China.
0.
China 7.
To say that this would be a popular win would be a huge understatement. Oh, and a really good bit of heads-up play there from China, spotting that Korea had not marked up.
Hold it.
So, more good play here from China, forcing this ball up.
Oh!
Wide pass there,
Hold it tightly, China.
trying to use his pace.
China.
And here we have Chang Shun brings it back.
Oh.
China playing very patiently,
Dances. Yeah, right.
getting the ball to Luda.
China! Woo! Dot. 5 score for China.
So Luda
Right.
showing those dancing feet as he skipped through the tackle there. We watched this, he just held the ball out, feinting to pass, and then just put the step on.
I'm just left running myself. Anyway.
And the conversion is good, 14 points to 0.
Yes.
Not
14.
even 5 minutes into the 14 of this final. And Luda with a fantastic individual score there.
And, the Chinese 7-man rugby team has developed very quickly in recent years. Wow.
So Korea in possession, but some really good defence here from China.
Oh.
Some pretty aggressive play here.
Yes. Pretty aggressive. Oh.
I think
Korea.
this
Oh
man-
my goodness, defensive.
So
Oh!
Kang knocks the ball on
Oh.
there. And
So now.
Shin Hyo-min is rolling around on the floor. But miraculously he's up.
Yeah.
But there's This gives Chang Shun, China captain, the opportunity to put the ball in.
And they have gained experience in international events such as the Olympic Games in Japan. Yes, and they're still improving and growing of the Chinese team. We will be more gradually competitive.
Certainly
team in
the
Asia.
China
Right.
women are
China.
leading the way for the men. Oh. And the ball
Always
just
support
through the
China.
grasp of the wide player there for China, Jiang. And
So,
replacement already there for
yeah.
Korea. Park going onto the field, replacing Shin.
20 seconds left. Oh my gosh.
It's been a very tidy start
Right.
so far for China.
Oh.
And the ball bounces straight back into touch, but it's off a Korean player, so China will get one last chance in this first half. So pretty sure the hooter will go as soon as this ball comes into play. Good take from Lee.
Oh! 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 China! Oh my goodness.
So
So-
great contact skills there from China. Luda running a hard decoy line there. And there he goes.
There we go,
Lee.
China.
Lee
Ooh.
Benshu
Yeah, 19.
with
5 scores again.
with the try after the hooter. Gets a big well done from his skipper, who nails the extras, and that is 21 points to 0.
Right.
So China have put
Wow.
themselves into a prime position to win the bronze medal here in Hangzhou, having taken the silver in Incheon a few weeks ago in Korea. So
And
it's been
now
a
we have, I'm sorry, and now we have 2 minutes
让我
break.
们用热烈的掌声和助威声为双方运动员加油助威。首先是中国队，中国队，中国队，
加油！
中国队。让我们
So
为
you can
韩国
probably
队
hear in the
加油助威
background
韩国
the
队，
stadium announcer is revving up the local crowd here
韩国
as
队
we。watch a replay of Yi
谢谢
Shenwei.
大家。
Some robust play there. And this was where Luda held the ball out in one hand and then just skipped through. Some great play here. And then just the little goose step on the outside. Kang was left grasping at thin air there as Lee Benshu scored try number 3, and skipper Chang Shun has been 100% with his kicks, so 21 points to 0.
The second half of the competition right now.
So the China skipper gets this second half underway.
Whoa.
Straight
Oh.
kick drops into the hands of the Koreans. Feints the kick,
Woo!
but skips through.
Oh my goodness.
But a good tackle back by China, spurred on by this local crowd.
Ooh. Oh! Oh, again. Oh my goodness.
giving away the penalty there in the contact area. And it looks like they're calling for the scrummage.
So right now, the referee
So there's an injury
yes,
to one of the China players
right.
down in back play. The crowd fairly contented, waving some flags, waving to the camera.
To the camera, yes, our enthusiastic audience from China.
So some running repairs for one of the China players.
Now we'll pause for some while.
So China won the penalty but have opted for a scrum feed. Chang Shun tries to take off quickly, but the referee brings him back.
The referee brings him back.
So places the ball on the floor. Oh, and a fantastic run here. Yi Zhuwen. And that is an absolutely fantastic chase back by Lee Yonggun, but in vain. The try has been awarded, and that was real wheels down the left touch line there from China number 1, Yi. So a real long-range try there for China, taking the score out to 26 points to 0 with a kick to come. This will be far and away the longest, hardest kick that the China skipper has to make. Oh, and it's off the crossbar. Could not have been any closer without going over. So 26 points to 0.
26 point to the nail.
China in absolute command of this bronze medal match here in Hangzhou. And again, a really clever short kick. It's gone forwards.
Oh,
So Li Benshu sporting the new turban and a little bit of afters.
Oh!
And players getting involved, and Liu Liuda being pulled away by his own players. And for getting involved after the main altercation in rugby, if you're the person to retaliate, you will be the person that receives the yellow card. And China quite sensibly bringing Liu Liuda from the field. He was getting a little bit excited, so just trying to calm the blood pressure. Good refereeing there, but absolutely no need for the Korean to come charging in there. Shin Hyo-min. So China 26 points up. And with a man advantage here, they keep probing this right-hand side. So not rolling away. And who calling for the scrummage? Just drawing all of this Korean defence in as much as they can. Tight to this right-hand touchline. As China just on the 22. Attacking the end with the massive video screen. Chang Shung with the feed. Clears the ball nicely to Huang. Oh, skipping through to the outside, going all the way. Hu Jianyi with a fantastic finish there. So some extra changes being made by China, trying to ensure that all of these players get to experience this final.
Rain is blowing.
So Chung Chun is awry with the kick, and it's 31 points to 0 with about a minute to play. And the referee just having a word with Shin Hyo-min as he comes back onto the field, telling him to remain calm. Would have been interesting to see Liu Liuda play on a little bit. He was certainly, his blood was running hot. Good work there from Park, but intercepted. Some great fight there shown from Ma Gaojing. Some real fight there. The ball just passed to him. He was totally obliged to be there. There was no offside line. And he just kept fighting all the way and kept control of that ball, dotting it down under the posts. Chang Shun with an easy conversion, 38 points to 0. The bronze medal is well and truly in the bag for Team China here. And the referee just wanting the Korea player to come off the back of the pitch, who's been replaced. So time is pretty much out.
Yes. Wow. I'm afraid the margin is
It's a
pretty big.
fantastic take. Some really good contact skills being shown here.
Yeah. Wow.
And
38 points to
shown,
0.
and
China
that
wins.
is it. China wins the
China
bronze
wins
medal.
Bronze medal.
That's to go with their silver medal that they won in Korea.
The result is 38-0. The winner is Team China.
So some real pace and power there from the China men's team. And an awful lot of passion shown in that game as well.
The women's third place final, Team Hong Kong China and Team Thailand of Asia Rugby Under-17, Hangzhou, China. Please stay tuned.
即将进行的比赛是亚洲七人制橄榄球系列赛杭州站女子组。
So the China team taking the acclamation of the crowd. So we are now down to 3 more games.